but this ain't a game to him. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. So join Jovan and get your critical cap on. 'Cause there's a Bradley's baddie inside of me and you.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, whatever time it is. Hello, welcome to Stream. My name is Jovan Bradley, and I'm here to provide you with that glorious leftist content, specifically debates. Hello, hi, hello, everybody. Welcome in. If it's your first time here, hello. If it's your second time here, welcome back. If it's your 1 millionth time here, well, golly, get a life. Anyway, welcome to Stream. We are going to do our usual debate thing, but I do have something to tell you guys. So I may have finally gotten a beat on a new home. As you know, where I live, my internet service provider is shit, and I want to move to fiber very badly because this is shit. So I may have found a beat on a fiber internet, okay? Now, if it is the case, that sound is cutting out. Oh, what? Hello? Check. Check. I mean, what? Let me listen back to the YouTube real quick. Oh. Oh, wait. Sounds fine to me. Guys, I'm listening back and it sounds fine. I'm literally listening to the YouTube stream right now. And it sounds fine. Like I'm literally listening to it. Sounds okay. Oh, if it was cutting out, yeah, I was messing with some stuff during the song, so that makes sense. But I mean, like right now, it's fine. As I was saying, found a beat on a new home, okay? Now, if I get this place, I put in for it. If I get this place, it means I will have access to fiber, which means, sorry, I think I have I cut my cornea or something. Fucking A, dude, my eye hurts. If it is the case that I get this place, then I'll have access to fiber. So, if anybody is like, oh shit, Merry Christmas, Jovan, we want you to have this place, then listen to me here, okay? Listen to me here. Don't send super chats today. Send everything to Cash App or Venmo, because that means I have to pay a goddamn security deposit, and they may want 2-month security, because your boy has really bad credit. So if you are going to tip today, if you're like, oh, I was going to send you super chat anyway, consider Cash App or Venmo. You don't have to. I'm just saying, if you were going to do it anyway, consider it. Okay. We have our topics on the board today. Topics on the board do include our usual topics. There's no good reason to still be Maga. There's no good reason to believe in Christianity. I might change that to believe in Christ. But no, I think believe in Christianity is the way I want to go. There's no good reason to still support Donald Trump. Trans men and women are men and women. There's no good reason to make abortion illegal. Those are the topics on the board. If you want to debate any of those topics, we have opened up the call-in line. Screeners are ready to take your call. Shout out to Ferocity, B. Reneezy Pie, and Blue Pen Purple Pen for being the first people into Twitch stream today. Good on you. And I just got the text back from the property manager. If I send 2 deposits, the house is mine. So if y'all in this stream are like, I want to get Jovan to better internet, because here's what better internet will mean for me. It'll mean longer streams, and it'll mean when I'm able to. Yeah, that's typical though. If you have bad credit, like I do, they will oftentimes ask for 2 deposits. So they ask for 2 times deposit. So I have to pay the deposit twice, which is doable. It is very doable, but it will It will impact my ability to do anything for Christmas for anybody. I've paid all my bills, though. Wait a minute. No, because that one probably hasn't come out yet. Fuck. Has that come out? I don't think that one's come out yet. Yeah. This is gonna be dicey. This one's gonna be dicey. Now I should get my security back from this place, but I don't leave this place until January. There's an overlap. Joshua, I thank you, but here's what you need to know. The reason I've told people if you want to support today, the best thing to do is Cash App or Venmo, because I don't get access to YouTube Super Chats until, if you sent today, I won't have access to that until the end of next month. So if you are going to send, I thank you guys for the Super Chats. If you are going to send them, thank you. I still appreciate them. But if you do want to support today, Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. PayPal does exist. If you want to hop on PayPal, it's literally in the donate thing today. So that's what we're doing today. Some of you are already shouting it out. Thank you so much. Let's see what we got. Mira, thank you for the Venmo. God, if I have fiber, I can do evening streams, y'all. Oh my God. Amelia, thank you for the Cash App. Ashley, thank you for the Cash App. And Deja, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so I have it. It's just gonna be a bit of a. This gonna be tight. We gonna be tight. Like we finna be tight. No, you don't get super chats instantly on YouTube. It goes into your account thing. Zeus, thank you so much for the Cash App, friend. Thank you so much. You guys are going ham right now. You didn't need to. Thank you so much, friends. I'm gonna set the live goal, and this is gonna be the live goal for the week. So we're gonna have a running live goal for the week, for all the things of what I need to, like, deposit wise. Jaden, oh my gosh, Jaden, thank you so much for the Cash App, friend. And then Liam, thank you for the Venmo. Thank you so much. See, we're already, I don't know what that is. I don't even think that's 1%, but we're almost 10% of the way there. Again, this is appreciated, not required. Okay, just remember, appreciated, never required. I didn't start the music today. What the fuck? It just goes to me trying to get the fuck out of here and get to a place where we have actual internet. Because Bradley, thank you for the Cash App for the toy drive. I'll make sure that goes towards getting a toy or two. Landon, thank you so much for the Cash App as well. Did I count this one already? Don't remember. Liam, did I already say thank you for your Venmo? I don't remember. I'll count them in a second. And Starfighter Chad, thank you so much for the Venmo. Yeah, I really want to move into this new place. I just paid my December rent for where I'm at now. So, and that's the last month for this place that I'm in currently. So if I can get everything to this guy for this new place, now, then I'll be set. And I will move my office like as soon as I get the keys. So I'll set my office up and internet up like the second I get the keys. So, okay, let me do some. Marlana, thank you so much for the Venmo. Let me just do some quick math here. I'm trying to do, like, I want it to what? What'd I just say? I want to be able to do streams at night for you guys. Like I want to do evening streams as well as more. Like I want to be able to do a stream for you in the morning at like 11 and then come back at like 7 and do a stream for you in the evening. I'm always up. I'm up hanging. It's just my internet never works. So why not? If I can get into a place. Kendra, thank you so much for the Venmo. I'm saving up for a new house. It's fucking rough out here, dog. Now, there is some things with this new place that I will that better be like tackled by the time I go to move in. Thank you. What's nice is having a month to move will be nice. So that's my big thing is having that month so I can just slowly move stuff. I don't need to rush. I'll have a month to move and clean this old place so I get my deposit back from this. I would be moving into a place where I can get Frontier Fiber and they have a 7 gig plan. Like, bro, 7 gigs up. Oh my God, I would be able to stream to both YouTubes, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, everything all at once and have no issues. So if you guys want to support, that's what your support goes to today. It goes to me paying for this. Again, I have it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the money in my bank right now and put the money that I'm going to need to move into my savings, like just transfer it so it's there. So if it's that times 3, it's this amount to move from my check-ins to my savings. And then let's see what's left in my bank. I'm trying to do that. It's going to be like almost nothing. Let's make sure it's me. Yes, let's make sure it's me from my bank app that was trying to move money from one of my accounts to another one of my accounts. Yes, it's definitely me, dog. Okay, we're not terrible. It won't be terrible. It'll be tight, but will not be terrible. Andrew, thank you so much for the Venmo. Thank you. You guys are kind. You guys are awesome. Seriously. We're still here if anybody wants to debate. I got these topics on the board. Look at me. I'm a leftist out here begging. I'm not begging, but I'm out here telling y'all to send me money. Don't you want to debate that? Doesn't that make your blood boil, conservatives? Doesn't that make you go, ew? So this is our move goal. Guys, think about it. Like, not only will I be able to upload so many more of it, like my video uploads time will be cut in half. Cut in half, dude. Imagine it. So the amount that I'm raising is for one. I just, if I can get, and it's fine if I don't, but if I can just get part of the second deposit, that will put me in a good position for the rest of the month until Twitch pays me on the 15th. Oh, and I still have my payment from the line. So depending on what that is this month, I don't know how much I made this month. What would you like? In the evenings, I could do collab streams because so many more people that I collab with are more available in the evenings. So the mornings could be my time to hang with you and debate. Then in the evenings, I can bring back Arden and Katie and Jimmy and Forrest. And I know that I wanted to ask Justin to come on a few streams, which would be sick. Your awesome ass beard makes my blood boil. It's not that. It's a little patchy. I'm not gonna front. Down here, it's okay. It don't connect. I wonder if Vosh would want to collab. Never talked to Vosh. The only of the like larger creators that I've talked to is I had a brief conversation with Hunter Avalon once, and he had agreed to have a larger conversation with me about communism, but then never answered. So that didn't happen. Oh, I also have to pay the fucking, what you guys have sent so far is probably just gonna go to the goddamn application fees. You know how that fucking goes. But yeah, call in if you want to debate, guys. Listen, there's no good reason for y'all to still be MAGA. Did y'all see Trump glazing the fuck out of Zoran Mamdani? He found his new Bubba. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely found his new Bubba. The one thing I don't like is there's this weird mischaracterization, though, of something that happened where Trump was like, a reporter was like, do you still believe Trump is a fascist? And Trump was like, I'll answer that for you. What did he say? He was like, oh, I'll answer that for you. Or no, he said, you could just say yes. And people were like, see, Trump said he called himself a fascist. I'm like, that's not what happened. He said that Zoran could call him a fascist. That's not him saying he's a fascist. Like, I want to believe Trump is I don't want to believe. I know Trump is a fascist as much as the next person. That's not what that means. So. What a loser wearing cat's ears. Okay. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Wish I had cat ears. I have 2 old pairs of cat ears. I will auction these bad babies off here on stream to help with my move cost. Who wants to bid for my 2? I'll even sign these shits if you want, but who wants to bid for my 2 old broken pairs of these headphones? You can see them back there. You can see them, like, literally. There's one broken pair. There's the second broken pair on the R2D2. The fact that I've gone through, I'm on my 3rd pair of these, should tell me that I should stop buying them, but it's my brand now. When I was at the socialism conference, there was somebody I was interviewing who was like, you look so familiar, but I can't place it. I'm like, just picture me with cat ears on my head. And they were like, oh, I follow you on Instagram. I'm like, God damn it, this is definitely my fucking brand, bro. I said, son of a bitch. That's my goddamn brand. So who wants to bid on a broken cat ear set of cat ear headphones? Who wants to put their bids in? It triggers the shit out of them, dude. Anyway, 1 second. Okay. We have somebody on in the queue, and we're gonna bring them up in just a second. The anti-cat ears people. Yeah, we're just chilling and talking for a little bit, and then we're gonna bring up the first call today. I see so many chirpers in the so many chirpers in the so many chirpers in the YouTube chat. Why are you guys chirping? I'll start at $40. Dead ass? For a broken pair of headphones? They don't work. One of them will still light up, but this piece is broken, like it dangles. The other pair won't even turn on. So are you guys for real? 50 for broken headphones? Chat, stop. I'll sign them, yeah, I don't give a fuck. But 50 is crazy, you guys. Starfighter Chad, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months at tier 1 over on Twitch. Harsh Berry Narn, thank you for resubscribing with your Amazon Prime for your 4th month. Ticklish Wombat, thank you for subscribing with your Amazon Prime. And Painted Piglet, thank you for resubscribing for 7 months at tier 1. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get the headphones. Let's hold on. What the fuck, y'all? All right, these are the ones that still will work. They're just, if you pull them apart, this piece is broken. Actually, if you have a small head, these will still work completely fine. I just don't have a small head. So if your head will fit this, these will work for you still. These still work a functioning pair of headphones. So right now the bid's at $50. So who wants them? How much are the brand new ones of these? Like $200. Get Jimmy to print a stand. I will get Jimmy Snow to print a stand for you. 500, take it or leave it. That's a lie, Scary. You're not serious. I need serious bids. There's no way that's a serious bid. There's no way. Anyone who wants to pay 500 for this is crazy. I Venmo, Taco Supreme. I Venmo 200. Not sure if it's gone through yet, but that's my cat ear bid. I'll put them in my stream background. Holy shit. Okay, well, right now it's 200 because somebody just Venmoed 200 as their bid. Well, possibly. It hasn't gone through yet. So if it goes through, we will collect. They are at, that puts it at 200. Shipping cost? I'll pay for shipping if it's in the US. I don't give a fuck. These ones I had for a while. These ones traveled with me from New York. So these ones were my original pair. They came with me from New York before they broke. Right now, nothing's come through. I haven't got a $200 Venmo yet. So right now, the highest bid, I mean, if they're bidding 200, that might be the bid to beat. For these? Y'all are crazy. I'll throw it. It won't just be these. Whoever ends up winning it will get a mystery box of Jovan goodies. I won't tell you what they are, but whoever wins the headphones will get a mystery box with the headphones and some other Jovan goodies. Remember, these ones still work. You have to get a cord for them to charge them, but these ones still work. The other pair does not. That might just end up still being street. Starfighter chat, that is absolutely unhinged. I should mute you for 60 seconds for that shit. Island here, but damn, I wish I had the kind of unallocated cash. No, dead ass. So do I kind of right now. What the fuck? Remember, if you are going to super chat today, the best thing to do is Cash App or Venmo, because I am saving up for moving costs to my new place, where I'll have a separate office away from my bedroom again. Ooh. So I think that the winning bid is going to be that $200 bid if that does come through. If it doesn't come through, I hope you did not lose $200. Okay, we will get back to the bidding, so keep your minds on the bids. Keep your minds on the bids. We'll get back to it after our first call, okay? I'm gonna turn him. Starting my own channel. Jovan's inspiration, so he deserves it. Oh my god, that's so nice. Shit, I probably shouldn't have told my loctician to come do my hair today, because that means I'm gonna have to. You should get a JD Vance ventriloquist doll. I would kill to have a Donald Trump and JD Vance puppet. Oh God, someone find out. Give me 1 minute. I'm sending 300. Wait. Don't, I mean, send if you're going to send. Like, I'm not going to say don't send it. Like, but like, just be aware if you send it and then someone outbids you. Like, I don't want you guys to be like, be mad about that. Like, that's why I said we'll place bids. But Taco Supreme, you might want to double check which Venmo account you sent that to. My Venmo has my old logo on it. Which at Jovan Bradley is just straight. So you might want to check. I don't want you guys to send something and lose money. But yeah, you will get a goodie bag. So it won't just be this. You'll get some other stuff. Some other Jovan goodies. Because I have some old stuff laying around that it can go to good home. Okay, let's bring up our first guest, and then we will get back to the bids after. First up, coming into stream today, everybody welcome in Sam. Now, Sam is a theist, and Sam thinks there is a good reason to believe in Christianity. So let's bring Sam up and see what that reason might be. Sam, if you can hear me, please provide me your age and pronouns. Okay, Sam. Now, you said there are good reasons to believe in Christianity. Now, just so you know, when I say if there are good reasons to believe in Christianity, I'm mostly saying that I'm asking if you have good reason to believe in the mysticism, the belief that Jesus is our Lord, the belief, chat can't hear you. His name is, their name, my apologies, Sam. Their name is Sam, they're 38, they go by they, them pronouns. So everybody remembers Sam, 38, they, them. So Sam, you're telling me you have good reason to believe in the story of Christ, to believe in the mysticism of Christ, all of this.
Yes.
Okay, and what's that good reason?
For most people, we just use it just to better our mind, just to have a good sense of mind, and all of the negatives would be something that people would look at you strange at, and I guess people, they do look at you strange, and they don't know what you're talking about when you say, "Hey, what about this negative thing and that negative thing?" Like, that's not what they believe, though.
Okay, I'm a little confused. Why would that be a good reason for me to believe in, the magic of Christ, believe in the resurrection, believe in the divinity of Christ? Why would that be? Just because it's helped people doesn't tell me why I should believe in it.
Oh, you said it yourself. You said the magic of Christ. Like, there's magic in that.
But what's the magic?
The good you're able to do when you believe it.
The magic is the good that you're able to do when you. Well, I do good without. I mean, I'm running a toy drive right now that's got like hundreds of toys, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing a lot of good without needing to believe it. So why?
Yeah, thank you for that. That's a great thing you're doing.
But why do I need it to do it?
You don't need it to do it, but
so then
it use it and do good with it.
Sure, I could take a gun and go hunting, or I could take a gun and kill somebody. This doesn't tell me why I should own a gun, right? Just because somebody uses it for good doesn't negate the people using it for evil and vice versa. But I'm asking you, why should I believe in it? Somebody using it for good doesn't tell me why I believe in it.
Just like how you said with the gun, you could use the gun for good, go out hunting and then go feed people. They're just also mass murderers, but that's not what you're doing.
But this isn't telling me why I should believe in this thing.
That wasn't the prompt.
Yes, that is the prompt. There's no good reason to believe in Christianity is the prompt. That's the prompt exactly. Is what there is no good reason to believe in this thing. And you're saying, well, some people use it for good. Okay, that's not a good reason to believe in it. That's a good reason to believe that people are good people, but it's not a good reason to believe that Christ is this magical person.
I thought that was good enough. If you believe it and you start doing good things, is that not good enough?
No, that's not a good enough reason for me to believe in Jesus, in like the divinity of Christ. No, it's not a good reason for me to believe in magic, essentially. No.
Oh, well, I don't know. I would prefer the person, if that's what goes for them and what helps them, like I would prefer they have that thing than to not have that tool.
Yeah, sure. That might be a reason they believe in it. I don't think that's a good reason. I'm looking for a good reason for why they should believe in it.
Yeah, to be inspired to do good things, is that not a good enough reason?
To be inspired to do good things. I don't think you need Christ to do good things. So no, I don't think that's a good enough reason. I would be looking for a reason that exists separate of other worldviews, right? I'm, for instance, I'm like a secular humanist, probably. So like I do good because of that. So then I would be saying, which is the better one to believe in? To which case I'm going to go, well, secular humanism hasn't been used to like defend slavery, hold slaves, commit atrocities. So it would be better to believe in that because it can do the same thing Christianity does, which leads you to do good for people.
Okay. Well, you didn't have one that, like, for me to argue that Christianity is the best mindset ever to have. You just
Christianity is a single belief, single deity religion where you would believe in one deity and one moral system. So if there is a deity, or so yes, if you believe in that, it would be just per its nature, it would be a belief in that over everything else. You wouldn't get your morals from a secular humanist worldview like I do.
No, but I'm saying it's great that some people believe that they're women and other people believe that they're men. Not everybody has to believe they're one or the other.
That's not a moral worldview. That doesn't have anything to do with someone's morals. Christianity does. So when you believe in Christianity, your moral system becomes a Christian moral system.
Okay, but I was just using that to say as an example where it's good for some people to go ahead and believe it. And hey, if it doesn't work for the next person, well, then they shouldn't believe it. You should stay.
Okay, but why should they believe it over anything else?
Because their own personal alignment to where it works specifically for them. If it's not working for them, they shouldn't use it.
This isn't answering the question that I'm asking, though.
Maybe I don't understand.
The question is, why is this belief? Why is this sure, if you're telling me that someone believes it just because it's helped them in life, great. I don't think that's a good reason to believe in Christianity. I think it's a reason. I think if you're going to tell me that there is magic, straight up magic, and that a man rose from the dead and performed miracles, I need way more of a better reason to believe in him than believing in him helps people. Believing in a lot of people would say believing in the aliens and Scientology has helped them. That's not a good reason for me to now believe in Scientology.
You need a much greater reason to believe. For some of us, it's easy.
Yeah, and I would say people like that who don't have that level of skepticism, I think they are doing harm to themselves almost.
Well, I don't know how we will argue whether or not people are being skeptical.
Well, if you believe in Christ, then you're not a skeptic. Skeptics wouldn't believe in Christ because there's no evidence to believe in him.
I still don't see how that erases any of the good where the person, like, with this tool is now doing some good, while without it, Some people won't do good. Some people will.
Okay,
do
there are
good,
tons of
but
people who with the tool do bad. You're discounting all of that, and you're just going like, these
Just like
people did
guns.
good, so that's good. But that's what I'm saying. People,
Just
you
like
can't
guns,
say
you can do great good.
Wait, but that's what I'm saying. We're now if we're having a conversation about good versus bad that can be done with a religion or a belief. We now have to look at what does the good outweigh the bad? I don't think so when it comes to Christianity. I don't think Christians have even gotten close to the good of Christianity outweighing the harms of the fucking Crusades or the anti-Enlightenment period. We're essentially, what is it? We're essentially like 500 years behind where we probably should be technology-wise because of the church.
So when I have a knife, am I responsible for all the damage that knives have done, or could I just be a chef and just do good with my knife?
No, but I wouldn't claim knives aren't a moral system. So I believe knives are amoral.
Yeah, it's just a tool.
Yes, but when we talk about Christianity as a tool, that tool, in my opinion, creates the basis of your moral beliefs.
No, people use their own secular reasons for the basis of their moral beliefs. Some people believe that they're using the Bible for it, but as you have in your debates, how you point out again and again and again, I don't know why this is something that needs to be argued with you. We're not using that. We're using our moral beliefs, and when we add that with the belief in Christ, it's just kind of like, for some of us, like, yeah, that's all magic, and that's what we use for our life, and we do good with it.
Sure, but okay. Why should these people believe in that magic?
Because for some of us, we're worse without it.
Why couldn't you have used another moral basis? Why does it have to be Christianity?
I never said it was necessary. It just said, hey, it works for me.
Wait, but that's what I'm saying. If there's another, wait, but this is what I'm saying. If there is another thing that is better, then there is no reason to believe in Christianity, because you're not believing in Christianity because you believe that Christ is divine. You're not believing in Christianity because you believe the stories and the mysticism of Christianity. You're only believing it because you think it leads you to do better. There are other moral systems. Because if you have to ignore what Christianity views as moral, then I don't believe you're actually like engaging in Christianity honestly.
I think you would say that about all Christians.
Yes, I think most Christians they engage in a fictional version of Christianity, not the version that is of their like religious doctrine.
So yeah, what's wrong with me having my version?
Because why not just believe in something that actually aligns with your views instead of pushing something that doesn't into your viewpoint? You're forcing Christianity, a square block, into a circular hole instead of just grabbing the circular block.
It's natural for me. It's not forcing it for me in my mind. Maybe it'll be forcing.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question then. Do you believe it's immoral to own slaves?
Yes.
Do you think it's immoral to take a bunch of virgins as sex slaves?
Yes.
Do you think it's immoral to be gay?
Yes. I am gay.
And you think it's immoral for you to do so?
Yes.
So you have a religious belief system that says that you yourself are immoral based on who you are attracted to.
But yet still, somehow, I still like it. I sing the songs every day at work. I don't know. I still like it. I still go with it. I still feel like it makes me better.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why not move to if you're not, okay. Do you believe that Christ is the savior? That without belief in Christ, you are doomed to spend eternity in the fiery pits of hell with Satan and his devils?
Yes.
Why?
I grew up that way, being taught that.
Okay. What is your evidence that Christ is the divine, that Christ is the Savior?
No, I told you, like, I grew up, like, being told that, so, like, that's what sticks natural to me, even though, you know, with the obvious conflict, it's still what sticks more natural. Like, the Christian hat is better than the atheist hat for me. And
Yeah, but I'm
you don't
asking
have to wear the Christian hat.
I'm asking you to critically think about why. I'm asking you to think in lines of deconstruction. You don't have to deconstruct, but I'm asking you, like, if I didn't grow up religious, right? Even if I did, though, because I just have like a more skeptical mind, I would be asking these why questions. The Bible says Jesus rose from the dead. Okay, what's our evidence that that happened? The Bible said Jesus could heal the sick. What's our evidence that happened? The Bible said he was born of a virgin birth. What's our evidence that happened? And if I can find no outside evidence for these things, then why would I believe that these things are true?
Because you feel like your life is better when you do.
But why can't your life be better believing in a moral system that doesn't require you to believe in fairy tales?
I don't know how you expect me to have that answer. If I had that answer, I wouldn't be a Christian.
So, like,
right?
okay, do you know about any other moral systems that exist?
Well, what you call it? Like, I heard people like talking about with the psychology class and what you guys say all the time with the secular humanism thing. Like, yeah, like not really, I guess.
Well, do you know what secular humanism is?
Where you go ahead and make your number one value is human well-being. And like it has rooms for you to go ahead and also put the lives of other things, but like it's just the basis of, well, like how Matt says, like, hey, we know that if you chop my head off, that's not good for my well-being. We don't want a world where people just go around chopping each other's heads off. So I think that's a great rule to go ahead and start with. And once we all agree to that, well, then yeah, we could go ahead and move on forward and go into more rules, and we may not get everything perfect, but that's a great way to start. It's kind of like we know what harms us. We know battery acid is not good for us.
So then, okay. So then what's wrong with centering your worldview around this as opposed to zombie Jesus?
Zombie Jesus. I don't like. I told you, like, with the songs, with the reading, like, I don't know, that just feels good for me. Like, I am actually like lively and joyly, like when I have on that Christian hat, and like people will just see me with my energy at work, like, oh wow, Sam is having a good day today, and like, you know, he's telling jokes to everybody, he's lively, and I don't know, with the atheist hat, it's just like, that's not there. Sam doesn't want to talk to nobody.
Okay, well, let's look. I'm not going to try to make you deconstruct right now. I don't think you've provided a good reason to believe in Christianity. I think you've provided a reason to believe in Christianity, but I think your reason to believe in Christianity would also fit literally any other worldview. So it's not giving me a good reason to believe in Christianity, which would be a belief in that centered view over all others.
Oh, okay. Well, I still kind of feel like I have good. Oh, well, just disagree. Like, I feel like I have a good reason. It works for me. It works for some other people.
Well, yeah, I know you feel like you have a good reason. I'm just saying it doesn't meet my burden of need for a belief. It is essentially it makes me feel good, therefore it's good, which I don't think for me meets this need.
I mean, what's water? Water makes you feel good, therefore it's good.
No, water's good because it stops me from dying. Because without it, my body will become too dehydrated and die. My body won't die without Christ.
You. For some of us, like, yeah,
Nobody's
that's, you know, our motivation in life.
nobody's body. No, there's a difference between you're unmotivated, but your body will not kill you because you reject Christ.
Well, if your brain is part of your body, and if with your thinking, if Christianity is the thing that says, hey, you know what, I would like to remain here, I mean, well, then yes, Christianity is the thing that's keeping you alive. You can literally say, God is waking me up in the morning.
Okay. Well, it seems like we're not going to get much more through on this one.
Okay. Well, love your show, Jovan. Happy that you're doing a fundraiser for the kids.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, and have a good rest of your day.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. That one proves to me that I need to slightly change that topic point. I don't think it's working because I don't think people are understanding what I mean when I say a good reason to believe in Christianity. So I think I don't know. So I think I'm going to change it. Someone redeemed hydrate. I've got my waters here. I'm drinking. I think I'm going to change it to there's no good reason to believe in the Bible. Even that one, I feel like people are going to misunderstand. There's no good reason to believe in Bible magic, to believe in Jesus's divinity. There's no good reason to believe in there's no good reason to believe in the mysticism. How do you spell mysticism? I don't like that word. I'm just gonna say in the magic of the Bible. No, I don't like that's too long. The magic in the Bible is not real. There is no good evidence to believe in Jesus's magic. What about that? There's no good reason to believe in Jesus's There's no good evidence to believe in Jesus magic. I just like in Jesus magic, actually. There's no, in fact, I'm not even put good. There's no reason to believe in Jesus magic. I like that. Jesus magic sounds like it'll make them annoyed. There's no reason to believe in Jesus magic. Christianity is not evidence-based is good. If this one doesn't work, I might move to that. Call in if you guys want to debate. We did get some. Okay, so here's where we're at. Now, I don't want to say anyone's dead name in case these are dead names, but I'm just gonna. So Austin, first of all, thank you so much for the $200 Venmo. That was so incredibly kind of you. Also for inspiring an attorney to start his own channel with the good goal of doing similar work. Thanks for everything you do. Please send me your channel, by the way. I would love to take a look once you've got stuff running. So everybody say W Austin. That put Austin in the lead, but we're not done, so just wait. Then Jocelyn, thank you so much for the $25 Venmo. Said 4 night streams. I can't wait to get back to night streaming, dude. So math. I'm just gonna do Yeah. But then, major upset. So Austin was in the lead. And then we had a major upset on Cash App. Okay. So I don't want to say your name, because I just like to be careful because so many times I accidentally dead name people because of their pay links. So what was the Twitch name again? So I can just give your Twitch name instead of your. You were very close, Taco Supreme. You were very close to it being yours. I'm looking back through chat because I fucking. There it is. Damn it. Good luck pronouncing it. Shit. Veloxra? Veloxra? Anyway, Veloxra's in the lead with $300 from the Cash App. So right now, Veloxra is in the lead to win the headphones. If anybody wants to make a second bid, like if anybody wants to make a bid, they can. I told them not to send, but they did anyway. But right now the bid to beat is $300. You don't have to spend the $300. You just have to bid over it. I just don't know. I told them, hey, you don't have to send it immediately, but they did anyway. I'll drink. Jesus Christ, guys. PayPal won't let me change my paid hang as my dead name. Yeah. I try really hard not to say names from PayPal donations because I know PayPal be doing that. Like literally, I know PayPal be hitting that shit. So I be trying. We have somebody in the stream, so we're gonna bring them up in just a second. We are just hanging a little bit in between. Scareddddddd, thank you so much for resubscribing to Amazon Prime. Scareddddd is in. If you guys haven't seen it, there's a video I did at Socialism Conference this past year where it was what radicalized you, and Scary is in that video. Gorn Sir, thank you so much for resubscribing for 6 months at tier 1. Thank you so much. Madam Foster, thank you for subscribing for 1 month at tier 1. Raging Butterfly, thank you for the bits. And Drowsy Kiwi, thank you for subscribing with Prime. All right, let's get back into debate mode. We're going to pop in and get our next person up. Again, you guys have until the end of stream to bid on the headphones. To everybody that has donated to the Move Fund, thank you so much. Remember, I'm not counting the Move Fund. I'm not counting Super Chats today because I won't get to use those to pay this goddamn deposit. But for everybody else that's sending them, thank you so much. I bid $700 aggressively, sweaty boys. That doesn't feel like a real bid. That doesn't feel like a real bid. That would be no. Even if that was a real bid, I would reject it. No. It's holidays. Don't stop. No. Don't do that. Okay? We're gonna bring in I did Flow Kitty. Not only did I find a place, it has fiber. It has fucking fiber. So I'll be able to stream literally any time of the day. Anytime. I'm praying, dude. I am praying. Let's bring in this next guest. Next up, we have Baked Biscuit is the name. Now, Baked Biscuit says there is a reason to believe in God and that Jesus is our savior, and believing him will get us to heaven. So, Baked Biscuit, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
It's he, him, as I was born, and I'm 44.
Okay. That's a weird way to say it, but okay. Now, Baked Biscuit.
Hey, you said pronouns.
Well, yeah. How was I supposed to know what the fuck somebody named Baked Biscuit? I don't know what that is. It's not even like you came in with a traditional. It's not even like you came in with a traditional like man name. Like if I hear biscuit, I assume we soggy biscuit in it.
Hey,
Anyway,
I
Big
like
Biscuit.
biscuits,
Pause. Resume. Anyway, Big Biscuit. You are calling in to talk about Christ. Now you said you know that Jesus is our Lord and Savior, and believing Him will get us to heaven. What evidence do you have that is true?
Well, first, I'd just like to make a couple of comments on a few things that I've heard while sitting here waiting for you to pick up the line. Just first thing, not really seen your show a whole lot, just a couple times, but I think it's a pretty good way to get people to come together and discuss, subjects that separate us as a human race. When we need to be coming together. So I think it's pretty good, and I like the fact that sometimes you guys are a little defensive and a little bit pushy. And when I say you guys, I'm talking about your channel, you specifically, or Democrats or liberals overall. But also Republicans can be the very same way. But I like the fact that we're trying to kind of get together and really discuss things. So for me, I'm going to give you a quick little story about me and why I believe in Christ, and that that God exists, and that Christ is our Savior, and he sent to the cross.
Biscuit, is this going to be? Is this going to be? Okay, but is this going to be? But is it going to be evidence?
It's evidence for me, but we can move on from that pretty quickly. So I'll just. All right. Well, we'll scratch my story. Let's just start here. First and foremost, again, I want to say a couple of things, and I talked about it a moment ago. For me, it's really funny to sit here and listen to your show, and anyone that doesn't believe in God and Christ, and you're constantly saying, I'm praying, Jesus Christ, God, you're always bringing it up. So
yeah, those are just common idioms.
Physical, yeah. If you're going to see, if you're asking, are you going to get any physical evidence? You're not ever going to get any physical evidence. The only evidence that you're ever really going to get is the fact that you cry out to the Lord Jesus Christ all the time without even knowing it. It's something.
Do you think when wait, real quick, do you think when I say like Jesus Christ or oh my God or things like that, I'm saying them because I like in my soul believe in Christ, or do you think I'm just saying it because like they're common phrases? You just
don't want to come to,
I don't.
Right. You just don't want to come to reality with it.
So I
again,
don't.
There's not going to be any evidence of that you're going to have physical evidence. The fact of the whole thing about faith is not tangible evidence. Okay, it's knowing in your soul that Christ, God Himself or herself or whatever God is, exists, and Christ was.
Yeah, why would I believe
God in the flesh?
Why would I believe Christ exists though without any evidence?
It's called faith, sir.
Yes, I understand having faith, but typically when the way I would operate with faith, at least in my own personal life, is my faith tends to be in replicatable experiences. So for instance, I have faith that my car is going to start because it started yesterday, right? I have faith that my dinner is going to taste good because I've cooked it before. I have faith in the person cooking it, that I believe in their abilities.
These are not terms of faith. This is actual knowledge you have from physical evidence and physical proof.
Yes, I think. Okay, so wait, biscuit. So then, what you're telling me is that there is no good reason to actually believe in Christ, His divinity, or anything like that. No, you don't. There is no reason
to believe. Are already what you know, Jovan. I mean, you already know the reason.
What?
You already know the reasons why you should believe in Christ.
Why should I believe in Christ?
Because without Christ, without religion, period. Let's start here. Let's start at the beginning of time with religion, because Christianity came hundreds, even thousands of years later after religion. It was all just God. And every religion that exists on earth, as far as it relates to an actual God, there's only one God, and we all agree across every religion, Muslims, Jews, Christianity. The only ones that don't believe in the same God are pagan religions that don't even exist anymore. Greek mythology.
That's not true. There's like 2,000. There's like 2,000 deities, like known deities.
That's all part of pagan religions. There is only one God.
There's
All right, so are you
wait,
gonna
based
argue
on
that there
wait,
are
wait.
multiple gods now?
No, I'm going to ask you, why should I believe that there's any gods?
The fact is you don't have to. You don't have to believe, Jovan. Nobody
Okay.
has to believe.
What
okay?
evidence do you
But
have
the
that there
fact
is a God?
You.
I don't.
What'd you say? Say that
I
again?
literally do not believe in a single deity.
Okay. You don't have to, but the fact is your soul does, sir.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
my whole point. Is
Wait,
your
wait.
soul knows.
What's your evidence that we have souls? I don't believe in a soul.
What's your evidence that the Big Bang Theory created the world and that we evolved from monkeys? That somebody said it? 5,000 million.
No,
freaking
no.
scientists said that's what happened.
There's a lot of like
Come on.
there's a lot of reputable reputable. There's a lot of like verified
Reputable?
evidence and all. Yeah, I just said that reputable is not the word I meant to use. There's a lot of like
You said
verifiable.
reputable. I said
Yes,
reputable.
and then there's not there's I don't believe there's somebody refutable. But I'm not somebody who's educated on cosmology or evolution. If I had Forrest here, Forrest could walk you through all of the evidence for religion, or not for religion, all the evidence for evolution, but you can't provide me any evidence for religion. So yeah, I think believing in these.
Someone said that things were made the way they are for no fucking, excuse my language, no reason. I'm not trying to get like violent.
First of all, I can't provide the evidence because I'm not studied in this. That doesn't mean the evidence doesn't exist. You're straight up telling me the evidence for you for your belief does not exist. There is none.
I wasn't alive 2,000 years ago, so I can't provide evidence that Jesus Christ exists. I got to go on. What
I don't
my
disagree.
faith tells
I
me.
don't believe.
Just
I don't
like when it
disagree that
comes
Jesus
to
Christ
the
might have
Big Bang
existed.
Theory, you gotta
Wait,
go on
I
what
don't think.
scientists
I don't think belief in Jesus Christ existing as a person is a bad thing. I think Jesus Christ may have actually existed as a human, or he at least meets the criteria, in my opinion, for any sort of evidence we need that somebody back then existed. But I don't believe in the mysticism. I don't believe he's the son of God. I don't believe he was born a virgin birth. I don't believe he resurrected from the grave three days later. I don't even believe he was buried in a tomb. There's a lot of conflicting things in the Bible that we don't have evidence for.
Evidence from archaeologists that have dug up his tomb.
Nobody has found Jesus' tomb. Nobody, nope. The Shroud of Turin has been disproven time and time again. So I don't know why we would bring that up.
Okay, so the Shroud was disproved. I've never seen any evidence of that. I'll look it up when we.
I can walk you through, but it's pretty well known.
There's just as many people saying that exists as there was saying that the Big Bang Theory is what created life on Earth.
No,
you're believing people.
I don't believe the Big. Wait, this is your first and foremost. Just because I'm an atheist doesn't mean I believe in what created life. It doesn't mean I believe that the Big Bang. First of all, the Big Bang Theory is not the belief that created life. It's just the belief that was the start of our universe's expansion. That's it. Secondly, we have tons of evidence against the Shroud of Turin. Nope. Life could have existed pre-Big Bang Theory.
It absolutely is. Without the Big Bang Theory,
see, this is what's hilarious to me. This is what's hilarious to me. I'm asking you for evidence in your belief in magic, and instead of providing it, you're going, well, your belief, it is magic. If somebody walks on water, is that not magic? I'm saying it. If somebody walks on water, is that not magic? Is that all of a sudden not magic?
No one, not even a magician, can walk on water. So that doesn't even, that's like irrelevant, dude.
Wait. Do you think when I say it's magic, do you think when I say it's magic, wait. Do you think when I say it's magic, I'm saying that it's magic is just a placeholder word for like supernatural, like mysticism. Like, yes, you believe in magic. Yes, it is.
Its own word completely. It has its own definition. It is completely separate from magic. So don't confuse the two.
Again,
it's an illusion.
When I'm using what are you talking about?
Yes.
Magic just also means in the supernatural. It means a belief in the supernatural.
No.
All you're doing right now, Biscuit, all you're doing right now is you are running so hard from the argument right now. It's not even funny. Because now we have to debate. Oh, look at the way, even though I said when I'm using the word magic, I'm using it as a placeholder. So you have no issue. You can't have any issue with the way I'm using the word because I explained it to you. You are running so hard from the. You're running so. You are running so hard from the debate. You're running so hard.
We're not running, dude. We're still.
Yes, you are. No, we aren't. Now we're on the subject of defining magic. That's the subject we're on now. That has nothing to do with you giving me evidence for. Can you give any evidence? Can you give any evidence for Christ's divinity? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely, I can.
Okay, what's your evidence?
I'm going to tell you real quick.
Can't wait.
I'll tell you, this is evidence for me, not for you, because you weren't there to see it. So this is my evidence. I know you argued this with Sam back there. My evidence is this. My wife got pregnant with my child. I specifically asked for my son to be born a certain way. Is it for me? Hey, God answered my call. You know, I've got my son. He's 6'1", 290 pounds, and he plays defensive line. So that's it. So
you think God made your son 6'1" and not genetics?
So that's just one.
I just want to wait really quickly. You think God gave your son his height and not genetics?
For me or my wife. So,
do you know how genetics work?
And here's the other thing.
I mean, unless your wife's sort of.
Okay, one more quick thing. So, in times where times were hard for me and my wife, when it was just me and my wife, we didn't have any money. We were super down on our luck. I was doing everything I could to get a job, and I started to lose faith. I started to shout out loud in the car, I don't believe in God. I don't believe there's a Christ. If there was, this shit wouldn't be happening. As soon as we merged off of the fucking interstate, onto the interstate, my tire blew out. I got stuck on the side of the road. I had no tire. I had no jack. I had no lug wrench. And within 10 minutes, a pickup truck and an old man pulled over to help me and my wife out. And he helped us. He hooked us up with a tire. He jacked up the car. He let me use his lug wrench to change the tire out, all of that. At the end of this, we were about to drive away. I was thanking the man for his kind help. And he said, no problem. He said, he looked at me and he handed me a pamphlet and he said, why don't you come join us in church on Sunday? Coincidence? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Been, but
quite
literally
a coincidence. Yes. You just described a coincidence verbatim.
You call it a coincidence if you want, but when
fun fact, none of this proves Jesus walked on water. None of this proves Jesus rose from the dead. None of this proves Jesus is the Son of the Lord. None of this proves Jesus is the divine. None of this proves that a heaven or hell exists. All this proves is that you're very susceptible to coincidence. And when a coincidence happens, you're very susceptible. No, yes. All you have proven to us is that you're gullible. Yes.
I'm not gullible.
You are.
I'm the least gullible person in my fucking family, at least.
You're not. You believe in the Shroud of Turin. You're absolutely gullible.
You're asking someone to prove an afterlife exists when you cannot prove afterlife exists if you're not dead. Do you get that?
No, I'm not asking anyone. I'm not asking a single person to hold on. This is you not understanding the topic. I'm not asking a single goddamn person on this planet to prove to me the afterlife exists. What I am asking for is proof that Jesus returned from the dead. Give me proof Jesus returned from the dead. Give me proof Jesus performed miracles. Give me proof Jesus was divine as they claimed he was. Give me proof of this.
Gullible. You want to talk about gullible, Jovan, but you believe in every bit of writing you've read that says Jesus and God does not exist. But yet you can't open
writing. Hold on. This is why I know baked. This is why I know that you're steeped in that religious trauma, because I've already said Jesus existed. Wait, this is why I know you're steeped in that trauma. I've already said Jesus existed. I believe Jesus was a real man. Yes, I did. Do I need to play back the tape? Do I need to play back the tape? Exactly. I said it in this call too. Jesus was most likely a real person that exists and walked around. That doesn't mean he walked on water. That doesn't mean he healed the sick. That doesn't mean he rose from the dead. That doesn't mean he was born a virgin birth.
Hundreds of accounts written
No, you don't. No, you don't actually. No, you don't actually. No, you don't. No, you do
read
not.
Scripture at all?
I've read scripture
Have you
more
not
than
read
you.
scripture?
That's why I know there's not hundreds of accounts. You have four. You have four pieces of writing. No, this is why.
Did you read the Old Testament? Did you
The,
read the New
yes, the
Testament?
Old Jesus isn't in the Old Testament. There's quite literally no mention of Jesus in the Old Testament. He's not in the Old Testament. Okay. The earliest mention of Jesus in the Bible is the letters of Paul. That's the earliest mention of Jesus. And those were written.
Those letters of Paul, Jovan?
Those were written 20 years. The letters of Paul's letters were written 20 years after Jesus' death. But Paul doesn't claim to have ever known Jesus in real life. The only way Paul knew about Jesus is because he claimed he saw a vision of Jesus in the desert. He never met Jesus. He doesn't make any claims to have witnessed any of the things Jesus saw firsthand. No one in the Bible does. There's not a single section of the Bible.
Matter of fact, Mark does.
No, he doesn't.
Everything that,
Mark never claims to have met Jesus Christ. Mark never claims to have witnessed any of the actions Jesus made, and he didn't write any of the actions until 60 years after Jesus was dead. He made it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, that's where you're lost, man. You're lost. You're lost.
You don't know what you're talking. Mark did not write his gospel. Mark did not write his gospel until 80 to 90 years after Jesus died. 80 to 90 years.
Any of the gospel was written at the very time they visually seen any of the shit that they wrote down in the Bible?
No, the earliest of the gospels was written 40 years after Jesus died.
Okay.
All by anonymous authors. They were all written. They were all written by anonymous. They were all written by anonymous authors years after Jesus died. So why am I going to believe this group of anonymous people who wrote that Jesus did these divine things, especially when their writings contradict each other? John contradicts the Synoptic Gospels constantly. The Synoptic Gospels, John contradicts the other three Synoptic Gospels all the fucking time. He writes about shit none of them even touch. The Synoptic Gospels disagree on the circumstances of the resurrection. Why would I believe this? Now, I do think it's enough to believe that a bunch of
the shit that you read anywhere then, Jovan. If you're going to
I don't believe any scripture. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not
I
even
don't
talking
believe
about scriptures in general. I'm talking about anything. So you're basing your entire arguments on shit that you've read from other sources.
I believe
things
things based on a level of scrutiny. So if you're asking me to believe in natural things that are just normal occurring things, like some dude might have existed, totally easy to believe in this if there are multiple writings of people who said that he existed. Cool. But then if you want me to believe in goddamn magic, like somebody rose from the dead, I've never seen somebody rise. We don't have it is magic. Somebody rising from the dead 3 days after being killed is quite literally magic. That's all it can be, is it's magic. You want me to believe in hoodoo, voodoo, Harry Potter nonsense. I'm not going to believe in hoodoo, voodoo, Harry Potter nonsense. I'm not going to believe in abracadabra, Jesusus Erecticus.
I bet you've seen the Harry Potter movies 1,000 times, though, right?
What is that? What the fuck does that have to do with believing in Jesus? You're telling me that Jesus rose from the dead. Which person's account of his resurrection is accurate? Is it Mark, Matthew, Paul, or John's?
Okay, so
who's right?
All of them are accurate.
That's impossible.
Accurate. Jesus was crucified. He was put in a tomb, and when they went back 3 days later, he wasn't there.
There's no evidence Jesus was put in a tomb. There's no evidence Jesus was put in a tomb. Only one person claims Jesus. No, there isn't.
Enough accounts written.
No, there's not. No, there isn't.
About everything you hear when it comes to
there are only four. There are only four accounts written about the resurrection, and it's from the Synoptic and John. Those are the only four accounts. The rest are written from people who don't claim. You're like, what are you talking about?
I don't know where you're getting half of your information from, bro.
From the Bible.
Do you not watch any documentary programs on any fucking thing?
What the fuck? Name me. Okay, if you're not basing your claims off of Mark, Luke, Matthew, or John, or the letters of Paul, who are you basing them off of? Because there's not a single other person who claims to have even been in the area when Jesus existed.
There are a number of archaeologists who went to the fucking
archaeologists. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't give a fuck what an archaeologist says about this. What do you mean? Which archaeologist found the tomb of Christ? Which one?
Let's see. Let me go. I'll have to go research. British archaeologist Howard Carter. No, that's not the right one. Shit. Hang on.
Sure isn't.
I can see it all.
I have the answer for you if you want it.
Of course, Google doesn't give you very much, but
Because nobody has
well,
claimed
to your
to
point, it
have
does say-
found
it does-
the
to
tomb
your
of
point,
praise. Not a single person has made this claim.
That's what it says here. It does say that no single archaeologist discovered the tomb of Christ, but I've watched a number of programs where there are people who have visited the site that's supposed to be the tomb.
Sure.
Where Christ
Wait,
was
I don't disagree that there
within the
is a
tomb, yeah.
place that people claim the tomb would be. Kind of weird we haven't found it yet. If we know that it should be here, seems like something we should be able to find very accurately. The only big claim that you're going to find is people claiming they found the Shroud of Turin, but it's been fucking proven time and time again that the Shroud of Turin that they claim they have like dates well past Jesus's death. So no, there is we don't even have evidence that Christ was buried in a tomb except for the Gospels. When we look at the way Christ would have been in Rome, or not in Rome, the way the Romans would have crucified and buried Christ, they wouldn't even have put him in a tomb. All political prisoners of Rome that were crucified, Rome has records of how they treated those people. They would toss them into unmarked graves en masse. There's no way Rome would have allowed someone to take Jesus, who they believed was an affront to Caesar, because of.
But here's the thing: Rome didn't even want to kill Jesus. Jesus Christ wasn't even a prisoner of Rome. It was actually the Jews who killed him, and the Jews took his body.
No, he was crucified by Rome. He experienced a Roman crucifixion.
With the Jewish priest standing there with them. They're the ones.
It doesn't matter. The reason he was crucified is because he broke Roman law, and there was these claims going around that he was king of the Jews, which pissed off Rome because in their eyes there were no kings above Caesar. So his claim that he was king of the Jews is what got him killed.
That's debatable.
No, it's not.
Debatable. It was the Jewish
Even
priest that
Christian
carted him off
theologists
the road,
agree
and
with
the
this.
Jewish priest that wanted him, and it was the
What?
Jewish priest that took his body after he was crucified.
I'm just going to let you know,
Anyway.
Christian theologists agree with this interpretation of the reason for his death. Christian theologists, people who believe in Christ, acknowledge that this is the reason for his death. This is why Pilate, like Pontius Pilate, sent him up for crucifixion, because he didn't. It was. I will agree that it seems like credible evidence that Pilate was conflicted about it, because he's like, well, Jesus hasn't committed any crimes, but then everyone's like, well, he's claiming to be king. That is the big crime here, like a big Roman crime. So he was crucified, which was a common way the Roman people at the time got rid of political dissidents. No, why would Rome have given them his body? Why would Rome have given them his body? Rome, he was a political prisoner.
He wasn't a Roman prisoner. He was a prisoner.
Yes, he was.
They carted him over to
Yes, he was.
But anyway.
No, but anyway, he was a Roman prisoner. He was arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane by Roman guards. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Jewish people didn't crucify people at the time. Crucifixion wasn't even a punishment of the Jewish people.
Because the Jewish priest brought him there and falsified his charges. Period.
No, he was arrested.
So yourself.
No, he was arrested by Roman guards and executed under Roman law.
Judas, he turned him into the Jewish priest. After being turned in by Judas, who gave them the location of Christ and his crew, the Jewish priest, and they gave him back to the Jewish priest, who then gave him back to Mary, or whomever put him in the tomb. I guess supposedly the Roman soldiers helped put him in the tomb, and so on and so forth. But anyway,
I just want to point out that there's no evidence that Jewish priests influenced Rome's decision. They might have. I won't even deny that they might have played a role. I won't deny this, but Rome did this in its entirety. Jesus was an enemy of the state. Rome had been looking for him because of the claims that he
just turned him into the Jewish priest who gave up his location to the Roman Praetorian guards, who went and gathered Jesus up. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Anyway. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta call my son. But this has been fun, Jovan. I've had actually a blast debating with you, whether right or wrong, proven on either side. I've had a good time, and I appreciate you having me on your show today.
Okay, no problem.
Don't be mad, bro. Don't
I'm
be
not
mad. It's all good.
Who's mad?
Your tone seemed like you were, well, maybe not.
My tone
mad,
is indifferent,
frustrated.
dog. I'm not mad or frustrated. I'm indifferent.
Yeah, all right. Well, did you have fun?
Was it fun? I wouldn't claim it was fun.
I thought it was
I would
fun.
say it
I
was
had a good
I would
time.
say it was a type of debate.
It was definitely a type of debate. All right, man, I gotta go. I gotta make some other calls. You guys have a good day.
Okay, no problem. I just want evidence. And I want these people to be a little more studied on like what the Bible's claims are and what, you know. Now, we had some things happen during that one that I feel bad about, but I also don't feel bad about. Let me first say, Jocelyn, thank you for, I already said that one. We already got that one. Now, Austin added another 150 to his bid. So that puts him at the top bid with 350. So Austin is top bid for the headphones with 350. Now, Fuzzy did send a, oh shit, what did I do with it? Real quick. So Fuzzy Logic sent where the hell did it go? I'll find it, I swear to God. Here it is. Fuzzy Logic sent a $100 tip that said that they would like the broken headphones, so the ones that don't work. So Fuzzy Logic, yeah, sure. I guess we could put you in the running for the broken ones. And that they will 3D print a custom Jovan Spider-Man head for whoever wins the other pair. So Fuzzy Logic will 3D print. Oh, that's true. Wait. Okay, let me go through here and do some math before we take the next caller, okay? Just give me a second to go through all of this chat. But that is true, Vel, that is true. Jesus. Y'all are fucking on one today. In a good way. I mean that in a good way, because damn, we're almost halfway to this fucking goal. Alan, thank you so much for the said for the move, because I can actually call screen at night. No, deadass, you never get a chance, yo. Alan never gets a chance to screen in the mornings. And then Raven, thank you for the Venmo as well. Said good luck with the move. Thank you so much. Taylor, thank you for the Venmo. Said it was also during Passover. This guy's a knob. Yeah, they don't tend to. Okay, so Austin's at 350, but Vex, Vel is technically at 4. So Vel is still in the lead with 400. So, Feisty, thank you for the gifted memberships over on YouTube. Sedelis, thank you for the super chat. He just had to add the microaggression. No, dead ass. Michael, thank you for the membership over on YouTube. You inspired me to start my own stream as well. The work you're doing is important. The debate space is the last bastion before people start being violent to one another. I want to join the fight. AW. So right now Vel is still in the lead, so we'll see what happens with that. Oh, but when I bid 500, it's too crazy because I didn't believe you. And we will still read all the super chats at the end of stream. I didn't believe that 500, and you proved me right. That 500 wasn't a real bid. 400 for a pair of broken headphones is wild. No, dead ass, but I think it's also because they want to help me with the move goal, which is so incredibly kind. And then let me do our page. Thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Been here for 3 months. Thank you so much. Teacher Taylor, thank you for resubscribing with Prime for your 7th month. Boxy the Cat, thank you for subscribing with Amazon Prime. So yeah, we will take the next call. A lot of religious callers today. Nobody wants to call in about any of the other topics. No Maga. Maga, are you that chicken shit that you're not willing to call and defend? It's because of all the like demasculation. Demasculation? Is that a word? What do you think about Marjorie Taylor Greene retiring? I think it's the only thing you can do when your entire party is controlled by Donald Trump. You can't, there's no upward mobility. So she can't make it to the Senate because he's not going to let her. So yeah, just really, what else can she do except possibly become a Democrat? Oh, my loctician will be here very soon to do my hair. So we'll have another Jovan gets his hair done on stream. They can't defend Trump kissing the big beautiful bill. They can't defend the way he acted with Mamdani. Literally, like, like literally all damn near on his knees for Mamdani. Okay, let's bring up the next person. Okay, next coming up to the show, we have Kenny. Now, Kenny, okay, also believes in the divinity of Christ. Let's see if Kenny has any evidence for it. Now, Kenny, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and your pronouns.
I don't pick my pronouns, nouns, adjectives, none of that, but my name's Kenny.
I didn't ask you to pick them. I just asked what they were.
Well, I'm assuming, I have to assume what your pronouns for me would be, which I guess.
So I get to decide? I get to decide your pronouns?
Well, yeah, you got to be, words matter. You got to be able to identify the world that you live in, right?
No problem. This is Kenny. Her pronouns are she, her. How old are you, Kenny?
40.
Okay, Kenny, she is 40, everybody. Please don't call her 39. Don't call her 41. She is 40. Now, Kenny, ma'am, what you wanted to talk about the God topic, correct?
Sure, if we can cut the insults out.
I'm not insulting you. You said I get to make your pronouns. Do I not get to decide your pronouns?
Do I sound like a female? Do I have a female name?
I don't know what being a female would have to do with anything. Female is not a noun, so pronouns aren't needed to replace female. Female is an adjective. So, like, if you want to provide me your... I'm sorry, do you have pronouns you prefer to be called?
I prefer to be called as I'm perceived. Do I sound like a she?
Yep, I perceive you as a she, her, yes.
Well, I guess you got mental disorders then.
Why? Is there something you would prefer to be called?
I prefer to be called the way I'm perceived, I guess.
Which would be what? Because you're saying I get to perceive it, so I am perceiving it. What would you prefer to be called?
Fine by me. I don't care. I'm just saying.
Well, Kenny, if there are pronouns you would prefer to be called, just tell me what they are, and I'll call you that instead.
No, call it how you see it. If you perceive me as a female,
well, you were saying I was insulting you, so it seems like you were insulted by me calling you a she, her. So if that insulted you, Kenny, and you were upset about that because it was insulting, then tell me what you'd prefer to be called, and I'll say that instead.
Call me Blue if you want. I don't care.
Your pronouns are blue? Like blue / blue self?
Words hurt your mama, dude. They don't hurt me. They don't.
Well, they clearly did. You said I was insulting you. Like it wouldn't feel like an insult if it didn't hurt.
I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, but
what am I trying to do?
Jesus is the most documented historical figure that's ever existed.
Incorrect.
Thousands and thousands of witnesses.
Incorrect.
Right? So we all know he
False.
existed, but he could have been
False.
just a man, right?
Incorrect.
Could have been just a man, just some prophet or a dude. But, I mean, how do you spit in sand in front of hundreds of witnesses, wipe it across a blind man's eye?
Hold on. I'm sorry, Kenny, ma'am. We have to go back and address some of this. Jesus is not the most documented figure in history because we have no contemporary writings of him. So I would say he's the least documented person in all of human history. There's no contemporary writings. Yeah, there's zero contemporary writings of Jesus Christ.
Even his Roman enemies that crucified him, by the way, it wasn't the Jews, like that other guy, Biscuit, said. It's not the Jews that did it. It was the Roman soldiers. It was a Roman spear that...
Yes, there's no official documentation from Rome about Jesus' existence. It doesn't exist. There are people who lived in Rome after the time of Christ who wrote about him, but there's nothing from Rome officially. So, like, there's zero writings done by Jesus. There's zero contemporary writings by Jesus. No Roman records about his trial or his crucifixion. The only accounts we have of Jesus were written like 40 to 70 years after his death. So that's not the most documented person in history. And in fact, one of the most documented people in human history existed at the time of Jesus, and that was Julius Caesar. He's one of the most documented men in human history.
Visited after he rose from the grave. That's what my point was getting to.
I'm sorry, based on, where do you get that claim? Where do you get the claim that hundreds of people visited his grave?
Lions, and even his enemies still couldn't deny the fact that he rose from that damn cave. Kenny,
the only claim that hundreds of people saw Jesus rise from the dead comes from one line in a letter from Paul. And of this letter, most historians, even Christian historians, believe that this was added in later by Christians. It wasn't actually in the original text. It's one line in one letter, which is in 1 Corinthians. In 1 Corinthians, it's the only place it appears. Matthew doesn't write that 500 people saw Jesus rise from the dead. John doesn't write this. Mark doesn't write this. None of these people write this except for Paul. So what's your evidence that all these hundreds of people saw Jesus rise from the dead if only one person ever wrote that it happened?
It's not just one person. It's a documented case.
It isn't.
They were tortured and killed their families.
It isn't. There is no documented case of hundreds of people witnessing Jesus' resurrection. Doesn't exist. Are you digging in Minecraft right now?
No, I'm not. I'm pulling up the names of the people.
Okay. Sure sounds like you're building a base.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm just Google searching right off the top of the dome.
And your Google search will tell you that there are no claims from any single person written down that was there at the resurrection to claim that there were 500 people there. The only claim was from Paul in a letter from Paul in 1 Corinthians, specifically 1 Corinthians 15:6, in which he says, and I quote, "Then he appeared to more than 500 brothers at one time, most of whom are still alive, though some have fallen asleep." Paul never mentions who these people are. These people never wrote anything themselves. Mark never writes about it. Matthew never writes about it. Luke never writes about it, and John never writes about it.
The followers and the rapid growth of the early Christian church. As described in the Gospels and other early Christian writings, the empty tomb is supported by biblical accounts and the claim that Roman guards or Jewish officials did not produce the body to refute the claims of the resurrection. The numerous appearances, including the large groups, are detailed in writings like the Apostle Paul's letters to the Gospels and are said to have involved physical interaction. Finally, the rapid and widespread growth of the early church is presented as
Kenny, just 1 second. I've got to put you on mute for just a second, and then I'll bring you right back. My loctician is here, so I'm going to go let her in, and then we will continue the conversation once I go let her in. So just quick, brief pause, and then we'll bring Kenny back. I tried to grab the broken headphones. Okay. Let's get back to it. Okay. All right. Apologies, Kenny. I'm back. Apologies. You can continue where you were.
I like your show. I like the debates. It's kind of cool to me that we get to discuss things of this nature. But yeah, this is an AI telling me this. This isn't like a website.
An AI telling you what?
They're telling me that the widespread growth of the early church is presented as evidence as it was fueled by the apostles and
wait, what you need? Wait. What I'm hold on, because my claim is not that there was rapid growth in the church after his death. 100% I believe that. I'm talking about the claim that 500 people witnessed the resurrection. There's no biblical evidence for this.
400, but yeah.
Well, Paul claims it's 5. Paul claims it's 500.
Many different writings. It's not just the Bible. Many different writings.
No, wait. The only writings that are dated at a time that we can even remotely classify them as true, in my opinion, are going to be the Gospels. And I would probably look more at the Synoptic Gospels than I would at the Gospel of John. It's going to be Paul's letters, and it's going to be the writings of Josephus. But even Josephus only goes like, yeah, Jesus was a dude that people worshipped and that did some cool things. He doesn't really go past that. None of the gospel authors verify that 500 people saw Jesus resurrect. It's only that one line from one letter of Paul.
400.
I mean, I read you the quote. He says specifically in 1 Corinthians, it's 500.
It's like 470 something, but yeah, it's over 400.
Okay, we could claim it's a rounding error, but still, nobody saw this. Nobody saw this happen. So I don't believe. And to hold on really quickly to address your other claim, the Romans not being able to produce Jesus' body makes a lot of sense because he would have been tossed into an unmarked grave and with a whole litany of bodies, because that's how Romans got rid of people that they crucified, especially enemies of the state.
Yeah, they just throw them in a hole.
Yeah, so it makes total sense. I don't believe there's a tomb, right? I don't believe there was a resurrection. There's not enough credible evidence to believe in these things.
But there's not enough credible evidence to disprove it either.
Well, I don't have to. Wait, if I asked you to prove to me unicorns don't exist, you that's an impossible task. How? How do you prove unicorns don't exist?
You ever seen a dead one?
I've also never seen a resurrected Jesus. So if you just say to me, like, prove Jesus didn't resurrect, I'm going to go, you ever seen it?
Unless you're a vampire, you probably wasn't alive back then.
Yes, but even the people who were alive back then, we don't have credible listen, if we found the personal diary of every single person in Jerusalem at the time of the resurrection, and all of them were like, holy shit, did y'all see that shit with Jesus? I would be like, okay, we might have some like real credible evidence now that he might have come back. Not a single living person at the time of Christ wrote about him. That's a big major red flag.
But also, if you have several people from different parts of that region telling you the same damn stories.
They don't tell us the same story. That's the problem. The Gospels, there would be more belief if the Gospels didn't have wildly different accounts of events. Like, even when we look at the resurrection specifically, Mark, is it Mark? Who's the first gospel? Is it Mark or is it Matthew?
I think it is Mark, actually.
I forget who's his first. It doesn't matter. But in the very first gospel, it's claimed that Jesus' resurrection had no fanfare whatsoever. He was just back. Then in the next gospel, the claim is that there was fire. Then in the next gospel, the claim is there were now earthquakes. Like they're writing completely different. And I don't even get into John because John was crazy in the shit that he wrote. So like Matthew, thank you, chat. It was Matthew was the first gospel. So they're writing all of. Sorry, go ahead.
None of them were upstanding citizens. I mean, Paul was a murderer. You know, he was in prison when he wrote his part of the Bible.
Why would there recollections of this account? If there was an earthquake, they would all say there was an earthquake.
Right. You talking about when the Romans pierced his ribs?
No, specifically at the moment of resurrection.
There was an earthquake. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
And then all of them, first of all write about who's at the tomb differently. John is like it was just Mary. Mark is like it was Mary plus Mary, mother of Jesus. Then Matthew's like plus there were a bunch of other women. Then Luke is like and his brother was there. Like it's all different. Like why are they writing such different accounts if all of them are supposedly in agreement?
So if we do the process of elimination, we can gather that at least Mary was there and the Romans were there.
It wouldn't shock me if Mary Magdalene was at Jesus's death, like at his crucifixion. That wouldn't shock me. What would shock me if she was at this tomb that we have no evidence exists, you know? We don't even have evidence that this tomb exists.
Single bone. How do they not break a single bone on this man's body?
Who told you that they didn't break a single bone?
The Bible.
But that's just it. So one of the ways I would love it for you to engage with the Bible going forward, Kenny, the Bible's the claim. The Bible is making a claim, and in order for a claim to be substantiated, you need evidence outside. The Bible doesn't cite any sources. The Bible is like, this happened, just believe us. No, tell me how I can prove that happened. No other writers. Say that again?
No, they couldn't. They didn't have iPhones back then. They can't take a picture with their iPhone 17 Pro Max and be like, hey, look, here's Jesus.
Well, how come no writers at the time of his birth, or from the time of his birth to his death, why are there zero contemporary authors that wrote about Jesus? Why does every account come post-death and years post-death, like decades post-death? You would think if there were... Huh?
They were eating together.
Who?
Jesus, the apostles.
We don't have any writings that prove the apostles exist.
What do you mean?
Let me rephrase that. We don't have any writings from the apostles. We don't have a single piece of written word from the apostles.
A whole book of it. It's called the Bible.
No, there is no authorship of the Bible from the apostles. The only things we have are the Gospels, which were written by Matthew, John, Mark, and Luke, and all four of those are anonymous. All four of them are anonymous.
Right, because they were being punished for speaking that Jesus was the Son of God. This is where I draw the line with my Christianity beliefs. All right, this is why I told the lady that I spoke with earlier, I don't consider myself a Christian. I believe Jesus existed, He is a well-documented historical figure. I know he was real. He was not some white dude with strawberry blonde hair and a beard. He probably looked like an Indian. He was South Asian, you know.
Oh, you mean like, yeah. But here's my problem. Here's my problem, Kenny. Here's my problem. Jesus is not well documented. There are quite literally 5 sources that document about him. 6 if you want to count Josephus. None of them are contemporary, which means written during the time of his life. They're all written 20 plus years past his death. That's not the most that's not a well-documented historical figure. He's actually, now I will say the Bible, if you're making the claim the Bible is 100% accurate, then sure, he's decently documented. But we can't prove this.
It's exaggerated. It's been 2,000 years, you know. It's
but
pretty well exaggerated.
But this tells me that there's no evidence that this man not existed, because I think it's fine to believe that Jesus existed. Even I would say he meets the burden of proof for existence, but there is no evidence of the mystic claims. So again, the resurrection, we have no evidence. You would think if this man resurrected and he was in a tomb that was vanished with 2 Roman guards sitting out front, why is there no official Roman records of that? The Romans would be all over that. Those people kept records about everything.
They were.
They weren't. There's no official records of Jesus in any of the official written records of Rome. There's no mention of a Jesus. He doesn't exist to them.
The Roman Catholics are just dead ass wrong.
Yes. If we're going off of like historical accuracy, yes. Right? Now they have faith that he existed, which I think it's fine to have faith that he existed, but it's when you start to talk to me about the mysticism, you lose me, because again, why was this not written about during the time he was alive? Why did no one write about why, if the apostles were so believing in Jesus, why didn't they follow him around with notebooks?
Because he was breaking laws left and right. He wasn't there to save the good people. He was there to save the rotten people.
But they're not writing about all of these historic things he's doing, and we have to read about them all secondhand from anonymous authors.
No, you think they want to be known for killing the Son of God?
For what? Huh?
No,
say that again.
They don't want to do that.
Say that again.
They don't want to be known throughout history for being known as the people that killed the Son of God. But they did because
whoa. But they did because the apostles went on to continue, according to the Bible, after his death, all of the apostles continued to go on to preach his things, except for like a couple of them. Most of them went on to continue the work.
They all died for it.
Yes, so then what you're saying doesn't make sense. They didn't want to be connected to him, but then they continued preaching about him post his death? That doesn't make any sense. My voice getting high as fuck.
They knew he wasn't going to die.
No, but you're okay.
They couldn't break his
my man
with hammers. They hung
Kenny.
him, nailed his wrist to a cross, gave him a platform to stand on, and tried to break his legs, and his bones would not break.
Okay, Kenny, the only place that that even remotely comes from is from John, which we've already talked about. The Gospel of John is like not even considered one of the synoptic Gospels.
What about Revelations?
It's not in Revelations.
When he comes back,
it's specifically in John. No, the claim that Jesus. No. The claim that none of Jesus's bones were broken during his execution comes from John 19:31 through 36. That's the only place that exists. And then other places, John quotes the Old Testament because he's saying, look, because it says in these prophecies, and Jesus was the prophet, even though Jesus didn't fulfill a single prophecy of the Bible.
What do you mean?
There are 0 of the written down prophecies. No, all of the written down prophecies of the Old Testament, Jesus doesn't fulfill a single one of them.
Really? Ezekiel isn't fulfilled?
Yeah, give me a specific prophecy and we can go through it. But yes, Jesus doesn't fulfill a single prophecy from the Old Testament.
This Bible's such a pain in the ass to dig through. I got it from a a priest that passed on, or a preacher, I guess. He was Baptist. What about John the Baptist? He also speaks to Jesus.
What about John the Baptist? Yeah, again, all of the things that they say need to be fulfilled for the Son of Man needs to be fulfilled. All of those things, Jesus doesn't do a single.
Right.
I could say he does some of them, but he doesn't complete any of the prophecies in their entirety. They said one of the prophecies is that he will reunite everyone from Israel. They'll come from all the four corners of the globe and reunite in Israel, all the Jews back in Israel. He doesn't do that. That never happened. That still doesn't happen. No, but no. The claim is that he'll reunite all the people of Israel back into Israel. That has not happened.
Is Israel not protected, being surrounded by enemies?
That's still not what the prophecy claims to have happened. The prophecy claimed that he'll reunite all the people back in Israel. That didn't happen.
Well, seems like there's an awful lot of Jews in Israel. He was king.
Is it
of
all
the
of them?
Jews.
Is it all of them? Because the prophecy says all.
I
can pull it up.
Hollywood, I'll tell you that.
I'll pull up the exact quote of the prophecy.
Sorry, my prophecy's wrong.
Hold on, because I'll pull up the exact wording. So this is from Ezekiel. I think it's the two sticks prophecy. I'm going to take the stick of Joseph and join it with the stick of Judah and make them one nation in the land. That didn't happen.
Right.
In Isaiah, he will assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. He didn't do that.
How so? Well,
because there are still Jewish people outside of Israel. That's how.
Right. In Hollywood.
So then Jesus didn't fulfill this prophecy. If he had fulfilled this prophecy, he would have gathered all of the dispersed of Judah back into Israel, and he didn't do that.
Every knee will bow, every tongue will confess.
That hasn't happened.
Not
every knee sure didn't bow. I don't get down on my knees for no man unless he's paying me.
Shit. He's in it for that money.
You can pick any prophecy of the Bible, and I guarantee you Jesus has not fulfilled it.
Well, they definitely did not break a single bone in his body.
Because John says they didn't? That's not evidence that they didn't break a bone. You're taking this claim from John. John is the only person who makes this claim. And John, by the way, just FYI, Kenny, John was written 60 to 80 years after the resurrection. He wasn't even born when the resurrection happened, so how the hell did he know that bones weren't broken?
What do you mean? He was eating with Jesus.
John, no, he was not. No, John was not one of the apostles. No, that's incorrect. The Gospels were not written by the apostles.
Really?
Yes. The apostles did not write the Gospels. Correct.
No. Just like the grimoire of fucking what's-his-face.
The grimoire? What?
Possessed by the devil that wrote the whole Bible in like one night.
Huh? I'm just telling you that the Gospels weren't written by the apostles.
I'm just telling you that there's some wickedness floating around here, and they're telling people shit, and it ain't jiving.
I don't think I believe in wickedness, bro. I'm just gonna keep it $1.50, dog. I don't really believe in wickedness. Like they're saying wicked, I'm not defying gravity. I don't believe that like wickedness is a thing as a concept. That wickedness infects people and that causes them to do bad things.
Puff Daddy's a good dude.
What?
Puff Daddy's a good dude.
No. Diddy is not a good dude. I don't know what that has to do with whether I believe in wickedness or not. I don't think Diddy is bad. Wait. I don't think Diddy is bad because wickedness infected Diddy and caused him to do bad things. I think he was indoctrinated by patriarchy and he's a piece of shit because of his need for power. I don't know what that has to do with. I don't know what Diddy's lubed up parties have to do with Jesus.
Because you're trying to disprove that wickedness exists. It does exist. It's here every day.
I don't believe. Okay, so I don't know how you're using that term wickedness, but the way I'm using it would be that there is some entity of wickedness that infects people and causes them to do bad things. No, I think that people just can do good or bad things. I don't believe that they're infected by the bad. I don't believe Satan is over here whispering in Diddy's ears, "Get the baby oil." I don't think that's happening.
Why would anybody want to be the bad guy? Does that make sense?
What?
Like
power.
Why would anybody want to be the bad guy?
Power.
Why would you want to be Diddy?
Power.
Right?
People want
Dominance, power.
That's
greed,
not wickedness.
lust.
That's not some little demon sneaking into you and going like, "Har, har, har, we're going to get baby oil." That doesn't happen.
What? I got jumped
Where did
by
I lose
two
you?
people trying to break into my Saginaw, Michigan.
What?
No other reason.
You got
They
what?
just wanted my shit.
So there was
I
a
got
reason.
Jumped by two people.
What do you mean? You just said there was no reason, but the reason is they wanted to rob you. That's not wickedness. That's like, we want to rob this dude. He got something we don't have.
You got shit. I got a cheap ass $60 laptop and a $20 phone. What the fuck are you gonna?
They wanted that cheap ass laptop and phone. I guess I don't know what.
Is that not wicked?
Is that not
evil?
Wicked? Is that evil? I don't know that I'd say it's evil. I'd say it's wrong. I don't know that I'd take it to the level of evil. It seems a little harsh.
Dude pulled up in a Ford F fucking 350. It was a brand new big ass Ford truck.
Yeah, again, it seems a little harsh to go to immediately go to evil.
Core part of town and do some crazy shit. Yeah, it's fucking wicked. It's evil. Evil happens, dude. And you can't have light without evil and shit. I get that.
Yes, you can.
You know, the devil is God's part. It happens. It happens every day. You got to accept that. But, I mean, the point is, Jesus Christ being the son of the good side, right?
I don't believe Jesus was the son of the good side, my guy. You haven't been able to provide me any evidence that Jesus was the son of the good side.
You ain't provided me no disevidence that he isn't.
Because I'm not asserting a claim. You are. Your claim is Jesus was son of God. So you would have to provide evidence. I don't have to provide counter evidence to disprove you. You need to provide evidence to prove yourself.
You got to provide evidence for your claim, though.
No, I'm not making a claim. What are you talking about?
You're saying Jesus isn't divine. Where's the evidence?
The evidence is that we have no accounts firsthand of Jesus's divinity. We have no contemporary firsthand accounts of his divinity. So why would I believe secondhand? What?
Car off of her infant. When a mother cries out to Jesus and lifts a car off of her infant to save its life,
that's not Jesus, that's adrenaline. We know what that is. We literally know the scientific reason why humans can get like super strength in moments of high crisis. It's called adrenaline. We came up with a name for it, and the name for it was not Jesus H. Christ. It was adrenaline.
Jesus. Why would it be H. Christ? It's Jesus the Christ.
Jesus H. Christ. Jesus. Yeah, I know. His middle name is H. His last name is Christ.
No, his middle name ain't H.
Yeah, it's H. It stands for House.
They don't have middle names. 2,000 years ago, you got a
It stands for Harold. His middle name is Harold.
No. Stop it.
Jesus Harold Christ.
No.
Wait, my evidence for his middle name being Harold is about as real as your evidence for him resurrecting from the dead. We have the same amount of evidence for those two things.
I don't have evidence, so what you're saying is you don't have evidence.
Yeah, can you provide me evidence that his middle name was not Harold?
It's not Harold.
Can you provide me
Harold
evidence?
is a Middle Eastern name, a South Asian
Can you give
name,
me
is an
evidence
Indian
that it
name?
wasn't? Can you give me evidence that it wasn't?
Sure. Because it never once states it in any written fashion or form.
Yes, it does. It was stated it by one dude who wrote a letter that said Jesus. In the letter, he said Jesus. His name was Harifus. Harifus wrote a letter. Harifus wrote a letter to Rome and said Jesus's last middle name is Harold, and so that's my evidence right there.
I'm telling you, they didn't have middle names. You can look that up. 2,000 years ago, did people have middle names? No, they did not.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a more important question? Can I ask you a more important question?
Absolutely.
If you got into a fight, like when you got into a fight with those people, was all they did was punch you, or did they like did they do anything with their feet?
Oh, no. They used a 2x4 and crushed the right side of my head.
Oh, so they didn't kick you?
They choked me, kicked me, hit me.
So they did kick
the right side of my head with a 2x4.
I can't even do the bit because now I feel bad. Anyway, I am gonna move on, Kenny. We've been talking for like 35 minutes, so I'm gonna move on to more calls. But thanks for calling in.
I appreciate the info, man. I appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Well, I couldn't do the joke at that point, y'all. I would have just felt bad. I straight up would have felt bad. Let's go through this. Ryan, thank you for the Cash App. I did remove Kenny. Taylor, thank you for the Cash App. It's Howard. Howard be thy name. That's so funny. Jason, thank you for the Venmo as well to the move goal. Y'all are killing it. We are, like I said, I got approved, so I'm gonna work now with this company to get this new place, and then we'll be out here with actually good internet for once. God damn, can't wait. Oh my god. Howard be thy name is kind of funny. Let me update our goals on everything. What? Like I did that wrong. We don't have any other super chats. Okay, cool. We don't have any other callers, so it looks like Maga is scared today. We had nothing but theism calls, which is crazy. Next week, I'm going to have the Bible guy, if you know him on TikTok. He's going to join me for a stream that will be all three theist debates. I am staying in Florida, yeah. I'll actually be closer to Disney now. I pay you to shut up, pussy. Okay, so pay me to shut up. Cash at me $500 right now, and I won't go live for a whole week. And then I will go live and just admit I lied. Dude, I'm starving. I need to get some lunch soon. Multitasking efficiency. Yeah, you know it. You know how we do. Anna Andromeda, thank you so much for resubscribing for 2 months of tier 1 on Twitch. Shout out to you, friend. We talk about the degress that aren't going to be professional anymore on the Daily Dump. Talk about the degrees. What? Will you talk about the Huh? I don't understand the question, Fire. The dump is changing. On Monday, we're going to do kind of a pilot of the new way the dump is going to be. So get ready for that on Monday. It's going to be like a mini launch. Jesus Bubba Christ is so funny. Jovan becomes capitalist? Never. Dude, y'all sent so many toys for this toy drive that I can barely move through my living room. I got a bunch of more crates to box a bunch of it up. I wonder if we have a space where I can like just put all of the toys in a big pile and take a picture of the big pile. What time will it be? 6, I'm guessing. I'm going to create an actual stream event for it so you guys know. The Department of Education is changing what degrees will be considered professional degrees. Yeah, but what does that matter? Let me see. Full list of degrees not classed as professional by Trump's admin. Okay. Why it matters. The cost of doing a college degree are getting higher and higher over the last 30 years. The average tuition for both public and private colleges has doubled after adjusting for inflation, according to a report by NPR. In just the last decade, costs of undergraduate tuition in public universities have also gone up by 30%, according to the University Herald. And some colleges were also set to bring in 4% cost hikes for this academic year as well. This means that those doing high costing degrees, why not just high cost? Those doing high cost degrees who may no longer receive the same amount as their degree may not be deemed professional, could financially struggle to cover the costs, which could deter students from choosing to pursue. I don't get, what? Oh, so it affects repayment plans to degrees and things like that. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. So list of degrees not classed as professional: nursing, physician assistant, physical therapist. That one's fine. I'm just kidding. Audiologists, architects, accountants, educators, and social workers. What? Huh? Well, I'm trying to get some more information for this. The nobody gets paid act. No, dead ass. I can take this off until we get a call. I don't understand what I'm trying to more see what this is freaking talking about. It means female dominated professions will be harder to attain unless you come from familial wealth. The scholarships are limited and loans are capped like $20K per year, which is not enough, nursing, etc. But guess what will still be considered professional? Theology and chiropractic. So essentially, what they're doing is those professional degrees you'll have a harder time getting aid for because they're not considered professional professions anymore. Will it affect pay of those degrees as well? Like, will people's pay go down because they're no longer considered in a professional job? Only students in programs classified as a professional degree will get higher federal student loan limits, so they'll be able to borrow more. Okay, so you can't borrow as much federally. And it just so happens that all of the professions are female-dominated positions. That doesn't seem okay. And no one's fought against this yet. Nobody's pushed back against this. Everybody's just rolling with this. This is the problem when you have bills like as big as the big beautiful bill. The big beautiful bill. is nobody has time to fucking read all of them. So all this shit that's caked into these bills. That's the one thing I agree with a lot of like conservatives on when they go, all bills should be 1 page. Not all, but like most probably. I get it. Budget conciliations need to be longer, but you need to give people time to read. The ANA has pushed back. Yeah, but I'm talking about has any like any congressional or Senate participants pushed back on it, on this thing specifically. That's more what I'm saying. You know? All bills should be 5 to 10 pages. Yeah, but even like if I go pull up the big beautiful bill text, because it's the entire tax program for the next 4 years, so it's long as fuck. Cabbage, thank you for the Cash App, friend. Thank you so much for adding to the goal. Even this helps so much. I gotta text the guy and ask him like how I'm gonna be paying. Right now, my landlord uses Turbo Tenant, which is great. I would love it if he used Turbo Tenant as well. It makes things so much easier. Am I still winning? Vel is technically in the lead with 400. And then the brain's not working at all. Taco Supreme is in second place with 350. So Taco Supreme could technically drop 51 bucks and surpass Vel, but I hope they don't. Chris Chan is more documented than Jesus. Holy shit. That's incredible. That's low-key such a funny joke. I literally pay rent right through Venmo. It's nuts. Yeah, I like Turbo Tenant's ease, and it's just I don't have to think about it. Wait, what was I doing? I was pulling up the page count for the big beautiful bill. Oh my god. First of all, y'all are crazy because all you had to do was bid. You don't have to send, but y'all are going out here. Yeah, Austin's in the lead now with 450. So Austin did shoot up to the lead. I'm so sorry, Vel, but Austin is in the lead now. 450. Y'all, these headphones cost $200. You are overpaying. You are overpaying. They don't even work. Well, these ones work. The ones I'm sending to the winners work. But it's still, you're overpaying. So I'll find some other goodies to put in the... Now again, Vel, you don't have to send to outbid. You can literally just say, I bid blah, and then send it later. I mean, if you're sending because you're like, well, I'm sending anyway to help Jovan with his move cost, that's fine. I just want you guys to know. Oh my gosh. Vel sent. Okay, Vel is now in the lead again. At 480. 480. Vel's in the lead with 480. At this point, it's just these two. One person from YouTube chat and one person from Twitch chat just duking it out with each other. It's kind of funny. I think you guys are good to stop. I'll be so for real. I gotta figure out, Fuzzy, we gotta figure out how to get them ahead. Maybe you ship it to me and I can ship it to them when I ship the headphones. If you still want to do that, Fuzzy. What a crazy turn of events. Get the ass, Vel. Yo, Twitch chat is rallying behind Vel. Is YouTube chat rallying behind Taco, or is YouTube chat just in their own little world yelling at some of the conservatives that are in chat that are pansies and don't want to call into debate? Jovan, do you ever get any other lock styles? Nope. I just let Risha do what Risha been doing. Risha, you got a lot of people in chat saying you're pretty.
Thank you.
We're yelling mostly. It's funny. Well, if we don't get any other calls soon, we can spend the rest of the stream playing Dispatch. We can do episode 3. What's her? I've never talked to Risha about anything political, so I have no idea what Risha thinks about any of that stuff. Damn, Austin's in the lead with 500 now. Sorry, Taco pushed into the lead. Now I feel bad. Vel wants it. Fuzzy, I really think I have to give one of these to both of them. Misha, thanks so much for the super chat. I will read them all at the end of stream. Why are you guys... it's driving me crazy that you guys aren't just bidding and that you're bidding through actual sending of money. It's driving me batty. Can we not encourage in chat? I don't want anyone to feel pressured into... Austin, how does that work? Technically, Taco just sent another 50, which puts them in the lead at a number I don't know because I can't do math. Wait. 500. They're in the lead with 500. But they said that they would split the headphones with Vel, which I don't understand how we do that. How would we I think, and Fuzzy needs to I would want to hear if Fuzzy agrees. I think, is Kenny calling back? There's no way. There's no way, dude. There's no way. There's no shot. Vel said, no, it's all mine. Can we just call it? And you guys, I will give one of you the working one and the other the not working one. This is getting crazy, okay? I mean, thank you guys. We are literally almost at the goal. I'll be able to literally move like ASAP. I'll send another 200 right now. Don't! What the fuck? Like, I thank you, but there's no way that this is not severely impacting your fucking life. You can just go buy the same headphones for that $200. Just go get a pair of headphones, Vel. Where's the link for the headphones? I don't know. If somebody can find an Amazon link, they're the Yowu 4S's, I think. I want Jovan signed ones. Oh my God. Nah, then they're supporting Razer. These aren't from these aren't Razer. These are some Chinese company called Yowu. Yawu? I never know how to pronounce it. Sponsor me, Yawu. I'll mispronounce your company's name every 5 minutes. Oh, I think I have the amount wrong on here. I think it's only 1,400 currently. I think I did bad math. Are you going to keep using cat ears? Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. At this point, it's too much of my brand. We're so close to the goal, dude. I mean, here's the good news. Good news is I have the place. Like, the guy was like, I'm officially bidding 700. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. I'm locking in 700. Jesus! I want it on record that I am telling people don't do this. I just want it set on record. I'll take your money, obviously, because but I'm on record. Don't do it. And Vel is like, I'm doing it. Please tell me you have a good job, Vel. Paying $700 for headphones, but not subbing is wild. Wait, is Vel not even a subscriber? That's even fucking funnier, bro. Vel, you're not even subscribed. Oh no, they are. They are. I just think they subscribed this stream and it hasn't reset yet. But if you weren't, that's a power move, dude. That's such a power move. Jovan, you created monsters. I'm friends with a monster that's under my bed. I'm tier 4 on YouTube. Oh, well then, yeah, you don't even need to be subbed over here. Well, Taco, you heard it. Vel is locking in. Okay. So Taco is done. Taco has seeded. Vel is officially the winner. So Taco is seated, so you don't need to bid 700. I will accept an outbid of his. What was Taco at? Taco was at 5. So all you got to do is outbid 5, Val. You do not need to go 7. Okay? So I would feel so bad if you went 7, right? I would just feel fucking terrible. Like, literally would make me feel like horse shit. So yeah, $21 locks you into the working headphones. I'm going to plug them in right now so you can see that these ones at least turn on. And then Taco will get the broken ones. I need you guys to like whisper me on Twitch or something so I can get your addresses so I can go and ship these bad boys out. I do apologize to Fuzzy, but I can't not. Oh yeah, these were like my original pair. See? Still works and everything. Hello? Okay. I will sign these and get them out to you both. $700 for the bit, no dead ass. Now someone swoop in with 600 is so funny. Best day of my life? There has to be better days. You gotta have better days. Why are you selling? I mean, they're just broken headphones. They're just sitting back there broke. And people said they wanted them. So I said, let's bid for them. And it'll help me cover my moving costs at the end of the month. Or help me recoup. I could pay for the moving costs. It's just this will help me also be able to still buy Christmas presents. And get my internet. Guys, I'm going to have fiber. Oh my God. Where's Kenny? He hung up. Or the screeners let him go. Oh, don't misgender her? You're right. I better not misgender Kenny. Shocked that Kenny's conversation turned, because I don't think Kenny's conversation was like bad faith. It's shocked that it turned out the way it did after Kenny had that whole pronoun crash out in the beginning. I'm very shocked about that. Risha always does a good job. I do not have fiber yet. It's not here, dude. It's not in this area. It's going to be in the new area I moved to. So, okay, so that's you, Taco. Yes, okay. So if you and Vel could both whisper me on Twitch, or should I whisper you guys? Let me whisper you guys. I'm going to whisper you and say, prove. You have block whispers from strangers, Taco. Turn it off. Turn that off. And then let me find Vel. I'm pretty sure, didn't I answer? Didn't I say thank you, Piglet? I don't think I read it. Oh, Piglet, I have not forgotten. Sorry. I will make sure that that gets done before the holidays. I'll make sure I get that out before the 1st. Can you guys believe I will get to stop dealing with fucking Spectrum? Holy shit. Well, it doesn't look like any MAGA want to still debate. I guess we'll have to read our super chats and then move on to like gaming in a little bit. I mean, I don't mind playing Dispatch. We're on like what, episode 3? I want to see Jovan on Olay and Friends. What is that? Never heard of it. Oh, but I have heard of Olayemi. I have watched their stuff. They're great. I don't know. Someone tell them put me on. If you guys want to see me on things, you got to like go to the people you want to see me on and be like, have y'all heard of Jovan Bradley? We think you should invite him to your show. And then I'll be like, yeah, what's up? I'm still waiting to hear back from this producer, where I'm going to be debating a very prominent pro-lifer next month if this producer responds to my... They emailed me asking what my availability was for X day, and I said, this is my availability. Jovan only works with the whites is crazy. Speaking of that, the next episode of Critical Mass is dropping on Monday. The episode following that, I did it. It's with Hope Giselle, if you know who activist Hope Giselle is. And then the episode following Hope is with Jimmy, which just turned into me and Jimmy shooting the shit, as it always does. Is he taking calls? Yeah, they're going through. Okay. Okay, looks like we got a couple of calls that are getting screened, I think. Ethan, call back. It looks like your call got disconnected, so give a call back. I see calls coming in right now, so we'll. Hey, Taco, thank you for it says please don't share passwords or personal information through whispers, but I'm gonna need personal information from both you and Vel. God, I would go on Pierce Morgan, absolutely, depending on who else is on there. People keep asking me that, like, one guy in a comment was like, how come you keep running from Andrew Wilson? I'm like, Andrew Wilson has never asked me to debate. And if he did, I'd probably say no, because the motherfucker can't open a pickle jar. That thing where he was debating that Charlie girl, I think her pronouns are she, her, but where he was debating Charlie, and she brought up his wife's baby daddies, bro, that's one of the funniest clips on the internet. I actually don't think Naima did that great in her most recent debate with him. I think she did really good in the one previously, but the not understanding subjective and objective morals was a little crazy to me. But then she rage baited him with the pickle jar thing, and then I was back on it. I was back like, yes, get him. I would love, man, maybe I should reach out to Naima. I would love to get Naima on a debate stream. I wonder if she'd say yes. I know she gets paid now to do these, so maybe she won't say yes, but I would love to have her as have her on. Next week, I'm trying to schedule a bunch more of people of like dual debates. I've only communicated with Naima briefly. It's only Kenny again. Kenny, we already talked. No, there's no reason to talk again. Not unless you're coming up here with some actual proof of Jesus. In fact, yeah, Winnie, just ask Kenny if he's got any proof that we did not talk about. The pickle jar incident is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is watching somebody like Andrew Wilson, whose entire persona is hyper masculinity, and that masculinity is great, and women are these weak, pathetic, blah, 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 blah. Watching him not being able to open a pickle jar or lose his shit because his wife has two baby daddies or whatever it is, it's funny. It's funny every time because of the hypocrisy. No, that's just it. Andrew Wilson's style of debate is annoying to me because he just talks over like 9 times out of 10 from what I watch. And I do too, but I only talk over when it's like convenient. Oh, Kenny wants to talk about Maga this time? I'll go get a snack and then I'll talk to Kenny about Maga, I guess. Because like, I can't imagine that call goes anywhere different. Wait, did someone pay to boot him last time? Because if somebody paid to boot him last time, then he can't talk about Maga. I can't have a conversation again with him until tomorrow. I think someone paid to boot Kenny. Am I not wrong? I'm not wrong about that. I think there were multiple pays to boot Kenny. Which means, yeah, Kenny, Winnie, if you could let him know, Kenny can't call back till tomorrow. That's the rules. If somebody pays to boot you, you can't call back until the next day. All right, sick. You still got that special going? Said, come on, Maggers with the hard R. Crazy. I'm getting tired. Well, I mean, we can move to dispatch. Do y'all want to play dispatch? Oh, yeah, I want to get a snack. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a snack. And by snack, I mean a bowl of cereal. All right, I think a bunch of the callers are calling in to just like ask questions. But remember, guys, we're going to save that for discussion portions of the weekly dump. We just debate here on debate days. I prioritize debate calls. Yeah, I got Fruity Pebbles. We're going to see how this call screen goes, and then that will... I'm trying to ask about older kids' books, like for the toy drive. I'm going to go through this weekend and completely redo the toy drive list with new stuff and different stuff. Val, if you can email my business email, so business@jovanbradley.com, with proof that you are who you say you are, like proof of your that you own your Twitch profile, then you can just do it through email. We're just waiting on this person currently calling in to get screened. That's all we're waiting on right now. We're all in agreement. Fruity Pebbles tastes different now, right? Than they used to. There's something different about them. You think it's a red 40? Yep, Val, that's sufficient enough. I'll email you back later tonight and get that going for you. Winnie, what's taking so long with this current caller? Oh, they're not on the line anymore, so they must have not wanted a debate. Or is that them calling back? What is happening? No, it's just these spoons I have. For some reason, these spoons, they dribble. I only have this issue with these spoons in particular. Thank you. About the hair. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Oh, actually, I'm not even gonna, I don't think I even have time to play Dispatch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some more of those toys organized so I can show you guys tomorrow during stream, like all the toys and everything. Ooh, big burp. So I'm gonna go do that. I think that's a better use of the time. Because we got a lot of toys that I have to go through. Like, you guys have no idea how many toys I have to go through. Okay, fuck it. We'll do the next episode of Dispatch. You're right. Fuck it. It's not that long. Just accept though that I'm not going to be the most talkative during it, because I'm just not. YouTube, let me go through our super chats really quickly to the YouTube chats. So I can quickly just knock those out, and then we'll do Dispatch. It's fine. Just don't expect me to be like as talkative, because I can feel my energy is starting to dip a little bit. So first and foremost, from Joshua Everett, said new place fun. Thank you so much, Joshua, for the super chat. There's Taco Supreme with their Venmo. From Taro the DJ, again, fun fact, brown eggs are whole wheat. We'll never let that joke die. Megan Mueller said Christianity and patriarchy go hand in hand, but need to fall to have a better world. I agree. Taro the DJ says, scratch a Christian and you usually find a solipsist. Oh my god. Megan Mueller said again, men who wear cat ears are hot. Oh my god, buy me dinner first. Dekaido 2000 said, get this soggy biscuit out of here and have fun talking to Rock smarter than him. Sadala said he just had to put microaggressions in the end. Oh, on God. No 101 said Chris Chan is more documented than Jesus. I remember reading that. That was very funny. Misha said hopping on YouTube to send a super chat because I can never catch these streams live anymore. Want to support, keep on debating Dum Dums Jovan. I'm trying. And then Taco Supreme said call Vel off. I don't want them to pay more when I'm willing to take the broken ones. No, for real. Vel, that was wild. Thank you, YouTube, for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow at some point. I don't know the time. But thank you for being here. Head over to Twitch if you want to catch Dispatch. We're going to play episode 3 Dispatch, so head over to Twitch if you want to join that. Thank you so much, YouTube.